You know, the great sight of seeing Jim and Duty Keat up here dancing to the music just reminded me of what it's going to look like in January at their inaugural ball when they were dancing all to themselves on inauguration night. So Jim, I'm glad you got a little rehearsal in there with Duty tonight. Congratulations. Our next governor, Jim Keat. I was talking to some of the members of the press earlier today, and they're asking me about the atmosphere that we're seeing in the country. And I've been in 9 different states this week alone, campaigning for people all across this country, and I'll tell you what I'm seeing. There has never been a time that's been better to be a Republican on the ballot than this year. Ever. And I'll tell you what's amazing, there's never been a time ever in Arkansas until this year when it was really good to be a Republican on the ballot. This year, it's the best possible thing one can have. Never seen anything like it. I really believe, and I want to say a big, big thank you to President Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and Harry Reid. They've done more to advance the Republican Party in 2 years than the rest of us could do in 2 decades. Time after time, they have completely ignored what the people of this country have asked for. In your own households, you balance your budget. You can't spend money you don't have. You can't borrow money that you cannot afford to pay back. But our government has done it. You wouldn't pass something that you haven't read. Nancy Pelosi, her actual words, we'll know what's in the health care bill after we pass it. Folks, ask if you applied that to your lunch. I'll know what I had for lunch after I pass it. None of us are that stupid. That's the only thing I say today that will likely make the newspaper. That's okay. We've got a Congress that's passing bills. They have no idea what they're passing. And the people of this country have had enough. Rightfully so. And here in Arkansas, I've never seen anything like the atmosphere that we're seeing where on the generic ballot, when people are asked, would you vote for the Republican or the Democrat, they say the Republican. Folks, trust me, 20 years of running in this state, and I never ever saw that. I was visiting with Warren Dupuy earlier, and Warren and I were both running back in the early 90s. We'd be up in the far northeast corner, up in the 1st District. We go to parades, and they'd hold our car until everybody else had gone through, all the Democrat candidates and Democrat office holders. I remember a guy with his foot on the bumper of my car, wouldn't let us edge out. They let all the Boy Scout troops and all the floats and everything. The horses. You ever been in a parade behind the horses? And just before the fire truck closes it out, they finally said, okay. And we asked, just curiosity here, is there any particular reason that the only 2 people that were asked to hold off till the very end of the parade were the Republicans and all the Democratic candidates went first? And with a straight face, he looked and said, it's just the way it worked out. We'd go to places and get up to speak. They'd turn the microphone off and then back on when our Democratic opponent would get up to speak. I know you think I'm making this stuff up, but I can't tell you how many times we go into diners or restaurants or cafes all over the state, put up my hand, I know who you are, and couldn't even get a handshake. Often told, you need to get on out of here. We don't vote for Republicans around here. What I'm saying is, folks, there has never been a time like this before. A lot of you have given and worked, and you never have been a part of anything like what you can be a part of this year by giving to the Republican candidates and the Republican Party. And I hope that you will do that starting today.